In the beginning of the week, it was super hard to adjust to what was happening. It was very unexpected and unnatural to me.
Normally we'd get up really early by my standards, before 7.
The place that we stayed was at this church, and it's a lot different than what we're used to. Sleeping on the floor and different food and a lot of different things.
I was at kids camp, so every day we would go outside and they would always play at the playground, and then we'd come inside and we'd learn about God and how he did these amazing things for other people, and then I would always see the kids doing other things for the other kids. We also would do art projects, and it was fun to see all the kids just experience the same things every day but in different ways.
When I went to Philadelphia, I got thrown in jail a lot. The 5-year-olds were always playing tag with me, and whenever they tagged me, I got pulled over to the fence, and then as my punishment, I got mulch thrown on my head.
One of the little boys at the kids camp was upset, and I thought it'd be fun to play soccer with him, and so I got one of the balls and we passed it back and forth for at least an hour, and it was a lot of fun.
So what were you tearing down?
We're tearing down the ceiling and the walls and then putting sheetrock up. It was dusty, insulation falling down when we were tearing out the ceilings, everything falling around you, not knowing where it was going to land because your goggles were fogged up.
Club was all sorts of music. It depended on the day. So when you walked in, it was like you were at an actual club. Lots of music, strobe lights, the whole loudspeakers. And then it would somber down, maybe lighter music, and then they'd have speakers, and it was a lot of fun.
Every night after worship, we had small group. We had about 6 people in our small group. We talk about what we learned during the sermon and how we got closer to God.
In my small group, we learned a lot about God and how it connects in our life, and we went through questions and the things we learned about during the worship, and we got to share stories from our life.
My small group leader was super positive all the time. She always made a really strong impact in everyone's lives. She definitely pushed God into people's lives and made sure that people were always praying for other people and that they were happy and always found the good in every situation.
At the cookout, they basically told us to go sit at a table and talk to the people there so we could hear their stories.
There was this one woman who I met, Krista, and she was very lovely. She came with her brother, and she taught me a lesson that you shouldn't grow up too quickly and that you should enjoy your childhood while it lasts.
Covenant night was a night where you became spiritually connected with God. You could worship in any way you wanted, either by praying or you could sing. Then you would have a lesson and you would go with your leader, who was Emma for us, and she would pray for you, and you would say something you wanted to give up to God, and you would nail it on the cross, and you could just go and sit with your friends and pray with each other or read the Bible. Most of us came all together and just cried.
It was at the last day when we went to the community pool and we played Sharks and Minnows.
It was just a really fun time because we went with the kids that lived at the house that we were working on.
Like all the other kids that were there, we just kept like joining in. We just got to meet new faces and new people and learn like what it was like to be them in their community and like their situation.
At the church, there were these interns that would help out. They were kind of running the show, and a lot of them were super nice and awesome, and they helped you through all sorts of things. They would connect with you if you asked any questions. It was really great.
My favorite intern, her name was actually Sarah as well, and she sat by me and Cheryl Double-Lights our first or second day, and she just started talking right off the bat with us, and we had a lot in common.
Someone I met there was Emily. She was the leader of my small group, and it was super cool to see all the stories she had like throughout her life and what she's gone through.
Austin from our small group, and small group is where we talk about what the sermon was about. And then Ziggy, our intern during our renovation jobs.
Tell me about Ziggy.
He's just like cheering everyone up, really nice, like getting everyone like back on their feet, giving us like some of his energy.
While I was in Philadelphia, I learned that there's a lot more than just outward appearances, because when everyone's wearing pretty much the same clothing, you get to learn a lot more about who they are rather than how they present themselves.
I learned to be more trusting with other people and myself, and to branch out and try new things.
Uncomfortability is good for you to help you deal with fear.
I learned that God can do great things and that He is always greater than anything that's happening.
I hope I never forget like all the friends I made like from the people, especially the people living in the house, because they were just so close to us and so welcoming and inviting to us in their home while we were just like worked there for the week.
I hope I never forget the time where I finally became spiritually and having a friendship and feeling like I was close to God.
I have changed from the project in a lot of ways. I feel like I've been more positive about things, and through hard times I've looked to God and like prayed and have always been helpful to other people and tried to keep that spiritual high.
Now that it's over, I feel like I need to do more. I need to help volunteer and make the world a better place more often, from the experience that knowing that what I can do can change someone's life.
You should go on the next mission trip because it was really fun and I really grew in my relationship with God, and I think you will too.
I think that everyone should have a chance to go on a mission trip because it is just an experience of a lifetime that you should take.
It was a really fun experience, and if you ever have the chance, I think it would be a great idea to go there.
You should go on our next mission trip with us because you can get a really close relationship with God like I did.
I want to thank everyone who donated and helped and encouraged us to go on this trip.
Thank you for sending me on the Philadelphia project because it was so much fun, and I'm so thankful I got to go and we had all the supporters back home.